I heard someone say this, that most Indian films are trying to copy westerns and give it an Indian spice. Satyajit Ray movies were the opposite. They were giving they were putting Indian culture at the forefront and then telling stories, right? And we need that. It is so grounded in Indian culture that it makes the movie great. I have never thought that Indian filmmaking has been great, right? Like, I mean, I have some favorites. I'm not saying there aren't good ones, but they are so far and few in between compared to what the West releases or what Japanese people release. The worst part is there were visionaries back then in the 1970s and 80s. I'm sure you guys have heard of this guy called Satyajit Ray. Right?
Of course.
I never gave him much thought because I didn't know about him, right? And then I heard, watched a video of his, watched a bunch of movies, and then I'm like, dude, if we had made this guy popular, we would be much, much more better off as a country than we are today. That guy was doing feminism in the 1960s and 70s, dude. He did an interview where he openly stated that Indian audience is uneducated and backwards, which is so true. So true. And people think that entertainment is something where you just dump your brain in a void and just go and watch without a brain, which is not true. Entertainment, art was always supposed to be a stimulant. It was supposed to make you think. It was supposed to make you question, right? Here people are validated in their negative beliefs.
I once made a film called The Goddess, Devi. It dealt with religious dogmatism. It didn't attack religion as such. It attacked dogmatism, the extreme form of religion. But people were writing in the papers that, because Mr. Ray is not a Hindu, he was a Brahmo, he's making such films against Hinduism and all that. But they are stupid people, you can't take them into account. This happens in India all the time. And people don't, we have a fairly backward audience here, I must say, in spite of the film society movement and all that. If you consider the large audience, it's a backward audience, unsophisticated audience, exposed to the commercial Hindi cinema more than anything else.
I mean, think about it. We are using Western media, giving it what we are doing is basically what Americans do when they make butter chicken.